Hey, hey, hey. I should be live. Let me know if you can see me, hear me, all that good stuff. Using a different setup again today, but I'm sure it'll work. And I'm sure Christian and Rebecca, one of you will let me know. But as far as I know, I am live. I'm just trying to get my phone over onto the live. All right. Now. All right. Thanks, Christian. Appreciate it. And just get my phone so in case we have unexpected company, I can be of some use. So, it should be telling me that I am live, but it is not. Look at that. Oh, isn't technology wonderful? Oh, look at that. I'm live. And of course, looks good. I moved. I used my little knife thing to prop up my cell phone. Hey, it works. So, how's everybody? Hope everybody's had a good week. It's been one of those trying weeks. It's kind of a week where I feel defeated, where I used to go back in the bush and, carry around trees and whatever else, and to turn into the Joe boy that can't climb ladders because I just, ever since they opened up my neck, a little bit of dizziness, but you know what? Still out there, still in the bush, so it's coming along very well. I was sent a picture here not that long ago of them actually starting to put the roof on. So, exciting times. But now comes a whole lot of engineering. Hey, Jody, how are you? Nice to see you. It has been very trying, but it's been very rewarding. But now we got to try to build the birdhouse on top of the sugar shack. So we call it the birdhouse. It's like a roof on top of the roof that lets the steam and all the all that stuff out of the sugar shack. So it's pretty hard to explain right now, but if you've ever seen where they make maple syrup, there's always looks to be two flaps up there, and there's always steam comes out. I'll have better shots of it this spring. Hopefully, Santa Claus brings me a drone. I don't think Santa Claus will bring me a drone, but hey, one can hope. There's always hope. And g'day, Mr. Perkins. How are you, Tommy? Hopefully everything's well in Louisiana. We've got no snow left. It was about 65 degrees yesterday here. And all week it's been above zero, which is year 32. And today it's +5, +6, but we've got really, really heavy winds. Last night I thought the roof was going to blow off the house. It was blowing that hard, and Now, we didn't lose power, but my mom and dad live about an hour northwest of us. And they lost power at 9:30 last night, and they didn't get it back till almost 4 o'clock this morning. So it apparently caused quite a fire and whatever up in their neck of the woods. It wasn't just a limb fell on the power lines, it was an actual tree that fell on a transformer. So that was enough to create quite a and anyways, yeah, transformer fell, everything started on fire. Now the ground is so wet this week from all the melting snow. I'm going to say we had about 6 inches of snow. And so that's melted this week. So you can pretty much say that our ground is, I got to say, I thought it would be more saturated than what it is. Dig down a few inches. Actually, our frost is even coming out of the ground, which is crazy. Debbie and I just, she's off today, and we went into the city just to finish a few odds and ends and some stores that we don't have local. We just kind of had to visit other areas around. And but I tell you what, it was I thought it'd be a lot busier, being Christmas Eve is a week away. Now, as my fatherly duty, I probably won't start my shopping till next Friday. And I was going to go out and get, it's about 18 degrees Celsius here in Maryland. Yeah, that's what we had yesterday, Jody, was right around there. And, well, I was in shorts, t-shirt. Well, let's face it, 6 inches of snow. I'm in shorts, t-shirt, and flip-flops. But we raised, I don't know, about $100 yesterday for the physician recruitment. Our little town does very well for being, I guess we have a draw of about 40,000 people. I wouldn't even say that. Probably about 20 to 25,000 people is our draw for our local hospital. And we have to compete with the big cities trying to get doctors. And our little town, only thing that helps us out is the government subsidizes doctors to come to rural communities like ours. So the doctors actually make more money here than what they would in the city. So that kind of gives us a leg up on some doctors. Now there's a community not that far from us, actually, where my parents are. There's about 5,000 to 7,000 people on their waiting list that don't have a doctor. Ours is just under 2,000, but we're a very, very rapidly growing little city or little towns. We're only a township, but we're pretty close to the town that's where the hospital is. We're only within 3,000 or 4,000 people of them. So, yeah, that's where I was yesterday. I tried to go, I was going to try to go live, but then, you know, it's in a drugstore and people, I just didn't feel right doing it. So I didn't do it, but it was a good time. We got to talk to a few newer people to our city and let them know about our hospital and about our doctors and how things work. And it's actually the first time since the pandemic's hit that we've actually been out in the community. So we kind of said that was a win. You know, yeah, we didn't raise as much as we wanted to, but more people got to find out that, you know, we have a volunteer base that fights to get doctors to our local community. So it it is what it is, and we'll hopefully we had 3 new doctors last year. This year, not so much. We did. How do I say this? The upper tier government, federal, provincial government, has capped doctors to a certain number of patients. It's killing us rural communities because a young person may go see a doctor once every year, once every 2 years. Oh, today brought to you by E3 Farmstead. So yeah, we're running into issues where it takes us 3 doctors to replace one old-time doctor. This last one that retired actually was my physician. And she just decided that she had enough. Her husband's also a doctor here in town, and he's still practicing. But she just had enough of the political hoopla, I guess. And she had 25 to 3,000 patients. And the new doctors just starting up, they capped their new practice at between 900 and 1,000 patients. Let's do the math. 3 new doctors to replace 1. And we have 4 of those doctors ready to retire in the next. I'll be great. I'll be quite kind and say 5 years. It's more like 2 to 3 years. So we could be in an issue, a doctor issue. So we're kind of fighting quite hard now to try to get some doctors in. But let me go back over to the chat here. We'll try to stay. I'm not expecting an overload of folks today. Just it's the Christmas season, right? So who we got? We've got Rebecca and we've got Christian, Jody, Tommy, Mike, Homestead Family Reclaimed. How are you? And Cindy, Squirrel. Hello. Hopefully everybody's doing well. And yeah. Other than that, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But we're actually very fortunate, Jody. We have a committee, like I said, there's 2. The only one that takes a paycheck is the administrative assistant. There's 7 of us on the committee, and we hit all the doctors. We have quite a few doctors that come through here because we have a good name, and the doctors find out quite quickly where they make the most money. We're very fortunate. We're only 25 minutes from a major, the next major city over is a population of 1 million people. So we're only 25 minutes away from the city. So it's almost like being in the city for these young doctors coming in, and they're teaching. Hey, Carla, they're actually teaching a different way doctors now in school. Before they were taught you had to practice. You were pretty much on your own. Now they're teaching community health, where there's 4 or 5 doctors and they bounce ideas off of one another. And that's the structure that they're going to. But the problem being, whenever you get into a small community like ours, we just don't have the hospital space to be doing that. Like we have we have 3 big doctors' offices with multiple doctors, but the older doctors, they want to keep going by themselves, but they're being forced into community medicine, and it's good and bad. G'day, Bob. Hopefully all's well down in your neck of the woods. I'm sure you lost all your snow too. We have very, very, very little snow. Pretty much where we made snowbanks, that's all we got left. So, and yesterday was 65 plus, and today's, I don't know, 54. Yeah, it'd be about 54. So, it's been a week of that. So we're going to take it. But we were all getting into the Christmas spirit with, a nice coating of snow everywhere. And now it's just brown and yucky. Oh, really? Wow, you get lake effect snow there. So yeah, okay. That's good. You can keep it. You can ship me up a little bit for Christmas Day, and then shut the trucks down. I don't want any more. Now, I checked the weather, and I think we're supposed to get no significant amount before Christmas. Actually, we're not even supposed to. I guess tomorrow and Sunday it's supposed to be -3, -5, which would be about 29. And then, of course, being Christmas, we always have to have snow on Christmas so that our plow operators are in their trucks. So Wednesday we're supposed to get snow. Thursday's supposed to be nice. And of course, Christmas Eve, snow. Christmas Day, snow. Boxing Day, snow. So Thursday's the only nice day. And then we're back into snow. So that kind of sucks. And what are they saying? We are yeah, we're not supposed to get any major snow at all in that. Flurries is what they're calling. Oh well, it is what it is. Hey Abby, how are you? You're going live in 40 minutes. Oh no. Well. If I'm done, I'll pop over. I know there's a few people that said they were going to be late today. That's all. Had a bad storm a couple days ago, 3 to 4 inches, then 3/8. Yes, we got that freezing rain as well, Bob. We were very fortunate in our local community. We didn't get a whole lot. Mom and Dad got about a quarter inch of like freezing rain. But I'm doing all right there, Abby. Just clicking along, trying to get the Sugar Shack get the roof on at a minimum, and then we can start putting in all the stoves and burners, and Let's see here. We have 2 months. I know I can sit here now and go, yeah, we have 2 months. 2 months is going to go by like that. Because, just give me a sec here. Just Casey from Ormsby sending me some messages here, so I just had to read them quick. That's okay, I can ignore him. He'll hit me back after he's done working. You're going to be driving. Well, you just listen. You don't be talking. And yes, Carla, your guys are 80. That's it, Jody. I'd take 5 feet of snow over an inch of freezing rain any day. Because at least with snow, you know what you've got. And, driving transport for so many years, I know what to look for. But so many people, they don't know if they're on black ice. It's very simple. If you're driving down a wet road and if there's a car in front of you, if there's spray coming off their tires, it's not frozen. But if you're going what looks to be on a wet road and there's no spray, you're on black ice. And you will go into the ditch very far. But a lot of people don't realize that rule of thumb that if you see spray coming from your tires, you're not on a frozen road. If you don't see any spray coming from your tires, start slowing down and don't be hitting the brakes because you are on a frozen road. We had part of that storm that wasted Wisconsin. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, between the what would that one tornado, it was on the ground for 300 and some odd miles. I've never heard anything of the sort. And yes, we don't get tornadoes as frequent or as severe as what you guys do, but this summer we had 3 tornadoes around us. Did a little bit of damage, but nothing what I saw. And if everybody can say a prayer for Zombie Prepper, I will post his link. His great nephew died in the tornadoes this week. He was going to be his first Christmas. And little fella didn't make it. Mom and Dad are in hospital right now. They're in pretty rough shape. I know he was saying that Dad's got 2 fractures in his neck. He's got a bunch of broken ribs. Mom's got spinal cord damage. So, yeah. And then the little fella didn't make it. I will put, actually, I'm just on my phone here. I'll put the link. There's a couple zombie preppers, and there's only one that I follow. And he's the one that I kept bugging to get his channel up and running. And he finally did, and not a month after he had his channel up, actually he only had 1 video up. And pretty much their whole town was decimated. It's gone. I just, from seeing friends post stuff and because he's a new channel, it's hard to it's hard to find his the other guy shows up, but not do. I'll just sing. There you go. And of course, whenever you search zombie prepper, you know what comes up. All the people that believe in zombies and they're going to come get us, and you know, all those special kind of folks. Actually, I know a different way to do this because I watched part of it last night, so it should be on my history. Oh, pick me, Bob. I'll take 100 over Christmas. And don't get me wrong, I used to love the snow, and I still do. It's just, it's very hard for me to I will post his channel and you guys can the one that explains what happened to his town and whatever is update on tornado recovery in Bremen, Kentucky. My bad. And he's posted a couple videos here, but this is the well, here, let's see if I can. That's his nephew, right? It's great nephew right there. You never know. You know, I know it's a cliche, hug your kids and whatever, but man, oh man, it just takes and rips your right at your guts, and it's just so sad. So if you're not subscribed to him, give him a subscription. He's, like I said, he's new. He just started his channel. I've mentioned him a couple times in lives that I was in last night. So actually, I should have looked. I know he was. At. Oh, he actually went down. He was at 39. Now he's at 32. Whoops. So I guess they took all his subscribers from him last night. And some. But anyways, I will go ahead, post them. And yeah, go show them some support. There we go. And now, yes, absolutely, prayers to his family. G'day, little brother. Outdoors with Big Matt. Now, yeah. Unfortunately, though, Carla, it still doesn't once I get a chill in my neck, I'm done. It ever since it's easier for me to regulate my temperature of my body from hot to cold instead of cold to hot. I'd rather sweat a little bit than be in severe chills. But you know what? I'm still able to move. I'm able to have somewhat of a quality of life, so I'll take it. And oh, amen to that, Jody. I hear you. That's that's such a blessing. Such a blessing to, that's it. I try to help out as many folks as I can this time of year, and I just can't talk about why as of right now, but I get it. It's a rough time of year, and I try to help out who I can when I can, and it seems whenever I get a blessing, I tend to bless someone else. It's just the way I am, and it's all good. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. Hey, Chris, Randy, how are you? Nice to see everybody out. And so how are you feeling, Abby? I know you were sick. Oh, and Chris, today, and only today, is brought to you by E3 Farmstead. And we're doing cranberry cherry today. Nummy. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, that Jody, God works in mysterious ways, and that's a lot of money for this time of year. That goes a long way, and I'm so happy that you were blessed. Make things a little easier, but the price of everything now is absolutely ridiculous. So I don't know about down in the States. Well, I shouldn't say that. Chris. Thank you, but stop. We got to worry about you right now. You are the focus. So yeah, if those of you that don't know, Chris is going to be going in for his surgery next week. No, 2 weeks. So you can start putting Chris in your prayers. Should already be there, but if you have prayer circles, please have Chris, Sarah, and Jacob in your prayers. And like I told him, he's going to be fine. Because, nobody, number one, the good Lord doesn't want conflict, and the devil doesn't want a challenge. So he's not going nowhere. Right, buddy? It's all good. It's going good. Just tired. Yeah. Well, here, Chris, come on up, bud. I'm just kind of... I'm actually kind of rambling today. Look at me go. Boop. Boop. Hey, Jackie. How are you? How's the UK? Hopefully everything's well over there. And I saw my other little buddy pop in here somewhere. There's Craig. What's going on, Craig? How are you, bud? How's the whole family feeling? You have 2 on your prayer list, Bob. Well, that's all right. You're doing okay. Well, that's great to hear. I posted the link if you want to come up, Chris. But if you're not feeling up to it, you can stay in the comments. It's all okay. And I'm going to be making... So, how do I... Actually, I can't turn the thing, but I've been using the dining room table as my little area here. Well, Mama went out and got all the Christmas baking stuff last weekend, and we've just had one of those weeks where it was just a whirlwind week. Well, it's taken up 3/4 of my table. And it's like, So I'm literally in a tight little corner here. I can fit my laptop, my phone, the iPad, and E3 Farmstead. Gotta have room for my drink. And what else? I do have mail today. I was kind of hoping to hold off until the people actually came in that I have mail from. It's just been one of those weeks where... Oh, who's this? Oh, that's nice. Not sure why I got it, but okay. That's not mine. I'm just organizing my mail. Catch you later, Scott. Have a good day. All right, Mike. Blessings. Oh, that's also mail. Oh, I think there's even more mail over here. Yep. Yep. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys have Pringles down there, but Buffalo Ranch Pringles, they've been out about a year now. They are to die for. If you like buffalo, you can't even call it hot. It's not hot. If you like it's just really good tasting. Yeah, that's what I'll use. Good tasting. Okay. I think I got... Well, actually, my first... can we get... I got my shirt from my wonderful little friends over at Little Southern Brothers. This is a new design that Donna just did. And I think I might have the first one in Canada. We have Pringles in the UK. Okay. I know they're highly, highly, highly addictive. and they're just really, really, really good. So let's see what we got here. I got this one actually just after my last live last week. And I got Stephen and Casey at Boots and Bounty Homestead sent me a sticker. Well, it's a magnet. And they got like business cardy things made up. I think that's supposed to be their stickers. And yeah, so I got those last week. And who else did I get? I got a whole bunch of wonderful things. And one of the channels that's just been on fire is Food by Faith. If you don't have her, if one of my mods want to put Food by Faith up in the comments, that'd be great. But happy Friendsgiving. Just wanted you to know that the smiles you give are appreciated. Have a great holiday season. Food by Faith. The one thing that I love is on the back of her little thingy bopper there. I guess if you take that picture, it sends. Actually, I think if I go like this, people can actually scan that and it will go to their. So on the replay, if people want to try to scan it, I'm trying to hold it as. And what I love, it comes with a recipe on the back, which is absolutely awesome. Apple hand pies. Ooh, boy, I'm going to be trying those. So, that's awesome and much appreciated from Food by Faith. And if, like I said, if somebody can toss that up, thanks, Craig. Appreciate that, buddy. And my main man, Joe. I think these are because I have a membership. So I've got black cherry tomatoes. And where are we? There we go. And it almost looks like a romaine lettucey kind of thing. And then a whole bunch of, I got Utah Spanish onions, sage, cucumbers, an orange tomato, and another tomato. So, I've got so many different seeds this year that I shouldn't have to buy a whole lot. I think I'm going to have just about them all. And what else did I get? It was a good week. Got a lot of letters. And Sherry and Mr. Bobby from Black's Tropical Homestead. Hello, Soil Brother. We are so honored to be a part of your amazing community. We appreciate all you do. Many blessings. Love, Bobby, sir. just because I always call him Bobby, sir. And Sherry. Well, that's nice. So whenever I get my little sticker board out, I've got a good start on some stickers. Put that all back together, because Lord knows if I don't, I'll lose it. And let's see here. Rico. So there's another gentleman that needs a lot of prayers right now. I don't know, a lot of Rico's been in and out of my lives for quite a while, but he's got the hokey pokey, plus he's got, correct me if I'm wrong, Rico, but also pneumonia as well on top of that. So they got him actually in the hospital. So if you can, please get Rico onto your prayer list as well. And hopefully he has a quick recovery. And I don't know. He showed what he had for supper. And I tell you what, you guys eat at that hospital. Our hospital food sucks. You lose weight if you go into our hospital. And usually whenever you're sick, you don't want to eat to start with. And I'd be upset if I was Rico. Like, he had like Oreo kind of pie. He like a really nice salad. He had lemonade. My God, the food the man had. And like you said, he doesn't feel like eating. I'm like, man, I'll be over in a minute. Because his hospital does it up. So I know he'd much rather be at home, I don't know, eating bull testicles or something. But, sorry, Rico, I'll try not to make you laugh. I know it hurts. But that's just what I do. And who else we got in here? Arizona Highland Homestead. Hey, buddy. How are you? Hopefully everything is great. And, of course, there's Ryan Williams. Howdy, howdy. Boom, 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 boom. Sour cream. See, I gotta say, once my son and I tried these, they're the only ones we eat now. And man, they're good. Probably not the best. And I'm doing really good, guys. Still sealed. So I haven't really had lunch yet either. So I might get into some Pringles here yet. Vicky. Well, hello, Vicky. Okay, go get your mouse. Hopefully it's not Mickey Mouse. Because if it's Mickey Mouse, you're going to have everybody in Florida mad at you. And I'm having tamales. Well, and I'm having nothing. Now, this is another channel, guys. If you're not, so Tammy, her channel here on YouTube is Seeds of Love Gardening. She is an amazing lady from Texas. I won seeds from her. I'm going to say back around June, maybe July. No. Yeah, July or August, I won seeds. I never got them. And, I just told her, like, that that's all right. It's not your fault that they were lost in the mail. It truly happens. Like, I know of at least 4 or 5 people that have sent me stuff that I've never got anything. So, it's a real thing. It happens. She was beside herself. She just about canceled her channel because she thought that I thought ill of her, that it was her fault that I didn't get the seeds. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, if you ever quit your channel because of something like that, I said, I'd come down to Texas. Like, that's crazy. And, oh, Mary, I don't want to look at your Chinese porn. Can you get rid of that for me, Matt? I don't want to watch Canadian porn, let alone Chinese porn. Boop. Thanks, Craig. We get rid of her. Anyways, so this lady, she's got a heart of a saint. She was so upset that I was going to think ill will of her because I never got the seeds, that she was honestly going to cancel her channel. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't ever, ever, ever do that. So we had a good chat, and she resent the seeds after me telling her no, not to, but she wanted to make it right. And I know she's on disability, so I know things are tight. So I asked her not to. But anyways, showed up this week. Well, did she outdo herself? So the card I got was, thank you for participating in my giveaway, Scott, and sorry the first seeds never made it to you. Here hoping and praying this makes it to you. Have a blessed week. Tammy, Seeds of Love Gardening. So if one of my mods could put up Tammy's channel, that would be awesome. But the lady, look at how many set of seeds she sent me. Like, you got to be kidding me. Like, this lady has got a heart as big as anybody. So I've got more okra. Woohoo! So now I've got 2 different types of okra. We've got national pickling cucumbers. I've got chives. I've got market more cucumbers. White Lisbon bunching. Looks like green onions. Sweet Italian basil. Spinach. Cilantro. Beefsteak tomatoes. California Wonder. They look like a bell pepper. Habanero peppers. Nummy. And another package of well, I got a package of beefsteak tomatoes. There's none in there. I love it. But that's what I mean. I got so many peppers. This lady's just, yeah, it's all good, Chris. Everybody's got lives and work, and it's honestly all good. I'm just going to try to put Tammy's channel there for everybody to go. She does giveaways of seeds, and if you want to know anything about gardening, she's always in Joe's channel. She's a wealth of knowledge whenever it comes to Well, that's weird. I'm going to have to add in. I'm going to have to add in seeds of love gardening. I cannot find. All right, Bob, you take care, buddy. We'll be texting. Shoot me a text. But absolutely, the owner comes first. She can make your life happy, or she can make your life hell. There she is. Bingo. Haha. So, Tammy's got 143 subscribers. And you want to know anything about gardening, flowers, garden, I'm just about to post her channel here. Seeds of love. Oops. Gardening. Go visit Tammy at there. So pop over and show Tammy some love. And like I say, she does a lot of different giveaways. Not only just garden stuff. That's what I had picked was garden. It's funny. Her first giveaway was on a random generator, or whatever. And both winners were from Canada. So the flower winners, I think she's from, she might even be from Ontario. And then I won the gardening one, or the garden one. So it was it was quite funny that it worked out that way. And hey, Carl, how are you? Hope everything's well. It's a slow Friday. We're just kind of chatting. I knew it was going to be slow this week. Normally Thursdays are my busy days. I'm actually considering adjusting my times and bump one to do it in the evening and one probably keep Procrastination Thursday alone. Because Procrastination Thursday, we get anywhere from 35 to 45 people. And Fridays are hit and miss. Sometimes we get 30, sometimes we get 5. But everybody's super busy right now, just trying to get stuff for Christmas all together. And thanks, Margie. And Margie's posting my merch page and everything else. Thank you, Margie. No, not asking. It's easier for me to say it on here because there will be at least 150 people watch the rerun. But I've been asked a couple times this week. People want to do something nice for Christmas. There's a couple things. Either buy a shirt, that way you get something, and then the money that I make off that goes to help children in my community. Or you can transfer me via PayPal. Everybody's heard me talk about the maple moonshine. I had somebody buy me a bottle this week, and they sent me the money via PayPal, but I had to go out and buy the bottle, so it was quite funny. And obviously I'm not monetized, but Buy Me a Coffee does the same thing as what a membership does. So you can either do a one-off, or you can do like a membership like Joe has. I don't know what mine are. I think mine are 510 and 15 maybe. So yeah, those are the ways that you can do to help me out, and in turn helps me help others. So yeah, I appreciate everybody, and I don't ever want anybody to give me something that would put themselves out. We're good. We just keep on rolling, and it's I'm a giver. I'm not used to being on the other side. It's taken quite a while and quite a few speeches from a lot of people to get me to the point to even speak about it. And I guess it was brought to my attention that some people, that's how they contribute to this community, is through blessings. So who am I to take their blessing away from them? So they hit me where it hurt. So anyways, I just thought I'd say that because I've got a couple messages this week just asking what they could do for me. Those are the ways that I have set up. I don't have an Amazon thing. I know I was asked to set one up. I haven't. Really, yeah, that's it, Margie. As much as it makes me feel uncomfortable, it makes them feel uncomfortable twice as bad if I turn them down, because they feel like that's how they contribute to the community. So, yeah. But anyways, now, as normal, if you guys see a channel here that you don't have or you want the link for, just give it like 2 thumbs up, and either myself or one of the moderators, which thank you guys. I know we've only got a few of yous in here today, but I much appreciate every single one of you. You're amazing. And I am very, very fortunate to have every one of you being part of my life. And on that note, I have no problem sharing everybody's link. I want folks to grow. I'm about 78 away from my 500 mark. And that's really what I want to try to. I could care less about the 1,000. I could help so many others with the community button. So that's going to be my goal. And G'day, Bluegrass State of Mind. How are you? That's my goal. Hopefully by January 1st, is I can get over the 500 so that going into next year I can help more people. And if I'm fortunate enough to hit the 1,000 by next June, that's awesome. Yeah, I started my channel back in end of March, 1st of April, but a lot of the meat and potatoes of my family members came from June onwards. So I have a little bit of, you know, I think the first couple months, well, I had an initial big jump of 100, and then it just kind of slowly got going to the last 4 weeks. I think I've got just about 100 new family members. So it's that's what I want this channel to be, is a informal, growing, if you want to grow and you want to be part of the family, you're more than welcome. A lot of people are scared to go live. You want to jump up with me and see what it's like, let me know. I'll bring you up. Just I have a couple rules that got to be able to see your face. I've got burnt once already, and I got chastised from YouTube, and I did get a violent strike. Even though I had no idea this guy was going to pop up and start showing porn on my channel, I was too trusting. And I got YouTube ripped me a new one. Although, it took me about 2 months to actually get them to take the violent strike away and just give me a copyright or something. Yes, it's on my file, but it's not, because you're allowed 2 bad ones, I think, and then they close your channel. So I pretty much told them to go through and look at my channel and tell me if I'm a bad person. Thank goodness I had a half decent person that was checking in on this channel, and she agreed that it was all them, and they've banned them from YouTube. But it was pretty sketchy there for about 4 weeks. I went, no. But anyways, if anybody wants to come on, I will post it again. Feel free, come on up. Come on. There we go. Links there. I appreciate it, Carl. And I don't know if that was for me and Craig or just me. I'm not sure. Yeah, you know what, Margie? There's always a bad side, right? Although we have so many good things, there's also a bad side to YouTube. And hey, Nisi, welcome. How are you? Hopefully everything's good. Did you get hit pretty bad by one of those big storms last week? Because if I'm not mistaken, you're in the Midwest, so you probably got that big windstorm and whatever. I can't stay. Gotta moderate a friend's live now. I wanted to show some love. Smash thumbs up. All right, I appreciate you, Nisi. We We just had really cold temperatures and snow. We got a foot or so far. Well, we had 6 to 8 inches, but we don't have any more snow. It was 65 here yesterday. It's 50 some odd today. It's been above zero since Sunday, so we'll take it. Absolutely, Craig. And that's the way to do it, buddy. 100%. There's no need of it. And I don't do well with drama. And drama's kind of sort of hit me recently. But again, I did exactly what you just said you did. I blocked both the drama creators and wish them bon voyage, have fun, toodles, bye-bye. I don't want to deal with it, and I know a lot of my friends don't want to deal with it, and it got that bad that some of my friends were dragged in on it. And it just rots your guts to think that somebody, would have the audacity to. The people that were dragged into are probably 2 or 3 of my most closest friends, and do the exact same as what I do here. We try to share as much love as possible, and we don't worry about ourselves. Yes, we're not silly. We will be trying to, we will try to build our own channels, but we are definitely not. Yeah, that's all I'm really gonna say, because I don't want to give them any more time than they already had. But it's just one of those things. Oh, just give me a sec here. Got somebody down below. Hey, Rebecca.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just got food from the pantry and kind of putting it away. Oh, I'll take my hat off.
I know the hat's
what?
warm.
You know what's really, that's my brother Ronald.
I've seen your brother before. Yep.
Yeah,
you want a cinnamon or chocolate streusel?
What do you think? What do women always want?
Chocolate.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly, brother. I now get a senior box, even though I don't look like a senior. They say I'm a senior. So what's really strange is I was thinking about something. Can anybody read this?
Yep.
That person that was on the Arizona thing, he says you should start a channel showing people making these hats and stuff. And I'm like, no. And then I get this today. Always do what you're afraid to do. And I'm like, okay, this is crazy. Because if people don't realize when I'm making those hats, my face is down. Because I need to look at the hooks and how I'm hooking it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why would someone just want me to show them how to make these hats? But people do. And
you know what? There's people that do a lot crazier things on here and have thousands of people that watch.
Yeah.
Why not? It's like not? Margie just said, that's a sign.
It is.
So
yeah, it certainly is. I'm like, okay, what do? I just, my brother does have a camera on his computer. I don't have, if I did,
Just use your phone.
just use my phone.
That's right here.
Yep.
That's what I do all my recording. Now I do have 2 GoPro kind of.
I don't.
Yeah. I don't use them. I find it just a lot easier to use my phone. And you go live, you can do whatever you want right off your phone.
Wow.
And you delete it once it's up into YouTube. You delete it off your phone because it's in the cloud. It's in YouTube forever.
Oh, okay.
You don't need it. So once you upload it,
So
that's where it stays.
when you do Facebook Live,
Yeah, same thing, just in Facebook.
It's just in Facebook. Yeah.
You can actually use the exact same. It's the exact same thing. You can put it up in YouTube and get it to automatically go into Facebook.
Oh.
So you kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yes, I did.
Yep.
It's like, oh my gosh, I'm looking at all the food that I've gotten. Where am I going to put it? But I'll find places. I got a cat going crazy. Oh, but yeah, we're doing fine here, and just I don't know what was going on that I couldn't get on your live for a long time.
I couldn't.
And now it's fine.
Well, and Margie was the same way. I couldn't even see Margie comment.
Wow.
And now we're back. She found out that somehow I got deleted on her account. So it's been fixed up, and I just don't know, there's been so many little hiccups happening that I just wonder sometimes.
Let me show you something that I've been doing. I'm not going to be able to sit out the hats until next year for Jen and Wiley because money's tight.
Oh,
but they will get them. There we go. Thank you, brother. Take a look at these.
Okay.
Just made a whole bunch of hats.
Mm-hmm.
I took that yarn that was the really big one for blankets, and I'm using it for hats.
Okay.
I've got a lot of hats that I've been making, so just doing a lot of things for a lot of people.
Extra.
Like I was telling everybody, I don't expect things in return. If people want to send it, it's fine. I would rather have yarn come to my home. And in fact, there is some people that I said, get in touch with Scott, to get my address and email. And I'm fine with that.
Okay.
If they say, hey, Rebecca said this on this certain channel, it is true. That's why I wanted to get on here and let you know that is true. I did say that.
Yeah.
So that if people want to help me out, they can.
Yeah. No, Nisi, she hasn't got a channel yet. We're trying to talk her into doing a channel.
Into doing it.
You know what? It doesn't cost anything. And
no, it doesn't.
You'd be surprised. You're in enough people's communities and whatever else.
Oh yeah. I'd probably get monetized. I would probably get monetized really quick, but the bad thing is because of Social Security, I've got to be careful.
Oh yeah.
I've got to be careful. Because I don't want to be off of,
well, disability. You don't make a whole you make pennies with YouTube.
Yeah.
That's why if you ever decide to do it, then we will talk offline.
I know you guys will help me out and trying to figure out a name for this, and
there you go. Now if that's what you're gonna do, you gotta start thinking of a name.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people that would greatly reach out and
Yes.
If you're going to do a channel, make sure you do a PayPal. And
Okay.
it doesn't affect
Okay.
anything.
Anything. Good.
That's
But
why
yeah,
I said
this little card just made me really think, when that one person put that on there is, do you have a channel? And I'm like, no, I don't. He says, well, then you should.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Such a surprise.
it, there's so many people that would love to learn how to do it. If you can dumb it down, and I mean that in a very positive way,
Yes.
there's a lot of folks that are visual learners. And if you can,
I still am a
yeah,
visual learner. It's when you're wrapping it around that loom that you can't get too tight, because then you can't pull it over. If you can't pull it over easily, then you got to take it back off and try it again.
yeah,
It's things like that. But yeah, with this card, it's like, okay, I've got to talk to my brother and say, hey, what's the name of this channel, and get it started.
yeah. So what Margie just said is, Rebecca, make it a tutorial channel and film your hands doing the stitching as you explain the procedure you are doing.
Okay.
And all that you got to do is, you can either make a new channel or you can flip the one that you have right now. It's very easy.
I don't have a channel. I don't have anything.
Well, no. But I mean, well, yeah, technically you do have a channel.
Oh,
it's
my.
Rebecca D. But you can turn it into a creator's channel with 2 clicks of a mouse.
Oh, my.
Oh,
Didn't know that.
It's very, very easy. And all you got to do is just Google, or not Google, but just type into the top of YouTube, how do I turn my account in? And it shows you step by step how to do it.
Oh, my. Okay.
That's how I learned how to do it. So, and then it's
going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Certainly.
And then it's just, seriously, it's all, it's live and learn. If you try one thing, if it doesn't go, well, then try it a different way. But there's a lot of folks that would love to learn how to crochet, but they're visual learners, and people explain it so fast they can't see. So go slow, show them.
The way I kind of learned how to do the crocheting was, when I made some knitted blankets, I wanted to finish off the edge, and my sister taught me how to get started and things like that. So
yeah,
it was like,
so
wow.
Nisi just said here, and she's freehandly May, Rebecca, crochet beginner, and always look to find other crochet channels. So there's a whole community of crocheters, knitters. And you've got, once you get into those communities, that's where you grow.
For sure.
So,
and this is totally different, because it's making these round knitted hats that are so easy. So very easy.
But sure, they're easy, but I could never make it with my hands, with my neck and all that stuff. I just can't do it with my hands. So I love my hats. And this week came in, we had one really cold day, and I had the big toque on top of a toque. So I was good and toasty warm. Then one of the other guys stole Mackenzie's hat and was using it. So, but yeah, no, it's something, and like Nisi just said, she'd love to learn how to knit.
Well, I'll get this started and figure out what I have to do.
That's it. It's Yeah, I just, like Margie just said, Jesus said, what is impossible with man is possible through God. Luke 18:27.
For sure. For sure.
And,
It is.
it's, there's only so many drops of a hint that you can see, right?
I know. It's like, this
And
is
Nisi said that she
such,
crochets hats. And, well, you're going to see because Rebecca's sending them out to a lot of creators. And did you ever get your shirt?
not yet. Nope.
See, Matt, I ordered them the same time, and then I reordered yours and Matt's again. So we'll wait and see. That was, I don't know, Matt, when did I say I ordered them? Last weekend? Yeah, I think last weekend.
Yeah, I keep watching because, of course, I don't have a P.O. box. And
Yeah, and I'd never give your address. So
oh, no.
email,
Only to
email, yes.
email, yes. Email, yes.
No, your
I don't
address,
want to
that's yours to give.
in fact, Sonny, I talked to Sonny, by Facebook. We're gonna meet up sometime.
Oh,
I
Emma.
just don't know.
Emma, yeah,
Emma,
she's
yes.
a great lady. Yeah.
She certainly is, and
Yeah.
meeting each other, and I'll have
Yeah.
someone that's close.
Well,
wanted to let you know, Scott, that the van is finally running better, and I'm getting happy with it.
Oh, did they finally replace the computer? Or?
I replaced the computer myself.
Yeah. But
And
is it
then
working after?
another mechanic put the PCV valve on.
Yep.
Didn't inform me that the hose was taped. So it was running rough, and I wasn't happy. I know these, yes, they do rust, these vehicles do, but I knew this vehicle could run better than that because it doesn't even have 200,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
I knew that, and then I took it over to the mechanic that I usually use, and he said, hey, your one of your hoses to your evap system was cracked, and he cut it off and put it back on. And I'm not getting that code anymore from it saying there's a problem. Well, it's running beautifully.
Oh, there it is.
So it's definitely doing a lot nicer, and I wasn't happy with what I wasn't
give me a
happy
sec,
with the way it was
Rebecca.
running.
Nisi,
Yeah.
can you send me an email? I've heard about what you just typed here, and I just want more information before I go pull all my stuff off. Apparently, not one, but about 3 channels now have had death threats.
What?
And everybody's pulling their email addresses and everything off of their about pages now, because of what's happened.
Wow.
Well, this is
Actually,
the bad side, right? We've been very fortunate that this community has
yeah,
it's been a pretty good community, but
fire.
For sure.
but
Oh my.
anyways,
Well, I'll let you guys go. I've got to get food put away, and
all right. Well,
and get some lunch because I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Well, there you go. And
Take it
if I
easy.
don't see you before, have a Merry Christmas, and we will
sure
see
will.
you after Christmas.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Come on.
Oh, I didn't see that, Nisi. I should go yeah, shoot me an email. And if Tim still has it up, maybe I will I'll try to find out where he did it. But that's crazy. Wow. You know, I just don't get why folks just don't. If you're not happy, stop ruining other people's fun. You know, we have so much fun talking and interacting. Well, I knew about. Is this all to do with Courtney? Because I was in on that conversation. Hey, Chris. And if it happens, if it was through Courtney's. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Shoot me an email. That way, there I can behind the scenes let my other good friends know as well. Because nobody needs to deal with that. You know, it's honestly, whenever this started with me, about 2 months ago, I was that close to just throwing in the hat, because that's not who I am. I don't do drama. I don't want drama. Negativity can go away. I don't watch the news because I just can't stand the negativity. And then I had some very good friends, one of which is in here right now, said, why would you give up what you have built because of one or two idiots who've got nothing else better to do than try to ruin the channel and what you've built? And I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're right. And absolutely, Margie. Courtney and her husband are great folks. And, you know, yeah, it just, from what I've seen bouncing around here, and okay. Here's my brother.
What's going on, brother?
Not much, but living the dream, you know?
Yep. I know what you're feeling.
Just a sec. I'm just trying to turn you up. You're talking real low on me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. The baby might be sleeping. I understand.
Yeah, something like that. So,
Oh, Margie, if you realized who it was, your socks would fall off. Because you know exactly who it is. Yeah, that's awesome. Don't worry, Nisi. It won't get any farther, and it'll just go to this fella right here beside me. And well, our other brother that's in the chat, who's actually working. Oh, there you go.
well, I was hoping my first share out would be on the community tab would be a little bit better than it is.
It's Christmas time, right? Everybody's out trying to get all their Christmas shopping done. And I was almost going to cancel today's too. Usually Thursdays, I get double the views on Thursday than what I do on Fridays. And yeah, well, we'll talk later, Margie. And
I'm a man of my word. I told you, I promised you, you would be the first. Well, you were first.
Oh, you already got it up, did you?
I just got it today.
Love it.
So, but other than that, I'm tired.
Oh, you won't get no, Nisi. You won't get any. You won't get any shares. Nobody will be saying nothing to nobody. You honestly, you'd have nothing to worry about, especially from my close friends. No,
There it is.
you'll just have more people watching out for you. That's all.
Well, I appreciate that.
Okay, I finally found it.
And
I hear
think-
Mama. Oh my
I think-
God! Put on your seatbelt. Look at who just came in. Kareen is here.
and I think you're about to get a visit.
Oh, somebody's out and about, are they?
Mm-hmm. So,
All right. I'm not worried about it.
well, I've been waiting for a particular visitor since I got in here. But maybe not.
Well, Kareen, I always give you a nice warm welcome. That's just what I do. Now, if you let Marvin come and play more with us, you might even get a little warmer reception. But you don't let Marvin come and play. You know, you leave him locked up in a closet. Crazy. I don't know. Chris said that he was back,
Yeah.
and then he disappeared again.
How about I says it? Mia. Mia.
Oh,
Mia.
and no, you didn't get anything yet this week?
You like to hear him say, "Oh, that's retirement." That's what
Hello?
they make you do. Hello?
No, I just went to the post office this morning. I hadn't got anything yet.
I'm just about to. Oh, you know anything about drones?
I know the Army uses them.
What was that?
Yeah, okay, you're no use to me. I
The one to talk
found
to would be
one-
my son.
eh?
The person to talk to would be Matthew, my son.
Well, because I just found one. It's a E58X Pro. Apparently, it's like 300. It's over $300, and it's on sale for $170 right now. And apparently, it's supposed to be like 4K HD video. You don't need a memory card. It goes right down onto your phone. I could even be live with the drone. That's how high tech it is.
Mm.
Yeah. But I do have to get my drone license, or YouTube will take it down.
Oh, so you have to have a license with YouTube? I didn't know that.
Yep. So anybody that's monetized, you can only use drone footage if you have your license. Hey, Laura.
How you doing, Laura?
Just a sec. I'm just gonna. Sometimes Laura has time to come up, and sometimes she doesn't. But I will put the link up. Oh, Kareen, a drone would be awesome at your house. You'd be able to like go fly out over and then come back towards your place on the hill. That'd be amazing.
I need one with a battery life that can go all the way to my buddy's house over the big pond.
Yeah, not going to happen.
I
So
know.
this one has got each battery is 20 to 25-minute flight time, and it comes with 2 batteries. So I'm 40 to 50 minutes in the air, which is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Oh, here comes trouble. There she is.
For sure. Trouble, trouble, trouble. How
Oh,
you guys doing?
all right, you.
Good. Good. How's your sugar shack coming?
It's coming. I'm sore. Really, really, really
Oh.
sore.
I'm sorry. Did you overdo it? You
Oh,
think? Yeah, of course.
Well, actually, my neck's not that bad. It's my back that,
Oh,
like, even bending over to pick stuff up just irritates it.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's been a pain in the you know what, but it'll get better.
Right. How are you doing, Matt?
Yeah. No, Kareen, you misunderstood. Let me say it slower. I'm buying myself a drone, not you.
Right.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Need some more sleep, but you know.
Oh,
I need
you
somebody
guys
else
must
to pack for me.
you guys must be exhausted.
Yeah. And it's just started.
So when
So I'm trying
is
to
the
figure
move
out
day?
how I'd like to
Somewhere
do that,
between the
do that.
7th and the 10th.
What I'm trying to do.
So are you getting a truck,
Oh, okay.
or are you gonna do it with pods, or
Pods. Trucks are way too expensive.
really?
Yeah.
I thought the pods would be more expensive than the truck.
Well, it depends on what kind of truck you need. So, the trucks that we were looking at were 20 grand and above. The pods are going to be, we're moving to households, you got to realize. The pods are going to be 15. So,
Holy God!
mhm.
You want to wrap this one?
From Oregon to
Ouch.
Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah, no, wow. I didn't think it was. Oh, Margie, I've got another cinnamon bun recipe that I'm probably gonna do Sunday morning. Well,
This what?
Nice.
it might be Sunday morning,
Does it have his name on it?
but oh my God, like the cinnamon bun that Margie posted is really good. But this one here is just, it's
Like
a little bit of butter and a
Excuse
little
me?
bit of brown sugar.
Right.
That's it. No cinnamon.
Mostly I was trying to just.
It's almost like a honey donut. Oh, wow. I was over at Rob's, and we were not working on the sugar shack. We just went up to the house,
Mm-hmm.
and his youngest daughter is she was exposed to the hokey pokey.
Uh-huh.
It came back. It's negative, but her employer made her take the whole week off. So, she's getting paid either way. So, so she made it. She knew we were coming in from the bush, so she made this fresh. She calls them cinnamon buns. I call mine cinnamon buns that are full of frosting, and those are cinnamon buns.
Right.
These I'd call like a honey, but they're so light and fluffy. And she uses actually her bread machine. And it's something that the bread machine, she said she's done them both ways. She's, she rises it just like normal, and it just doesn't come out the same. She said, you got to use the bread machine.
Right.
So I'm like, well,
I
we
took a
just
stand
actually
machine for
found our
mine.
bread machine, so I'm going to
Yeah.
give it a try.
Yep, I have a good cinnamon bun recipe on my channel. And
Well,
it
I've
tastes
got-
a lot like cinnamon bun.
Oh,
So
like Cinnabon.
And it is a very good recipe.
it's delish, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They get eaten very quickly in my house. So
Absolutely, Margie. It's all about the not over kneading it. What do you want? No. Okay, get away. You're knocking stuff off the tree, dummy. Go. Go. Go on your couch. Don't even look for supper yet, dummy. Go. Get.
But I'm hungry now.
I think I'm gonna actually
I'm
put
always
these
hungry.
in one of my mason jars and vacuum seal
Well,
it down.
that's it. Lab
Maybe the oxygen absorber.
becomes always
I
empty.
think that'd be this good
Mhm.
to keep them fresh.
I think every dog does. Oh, Astro got up when my black lab got up when you heard him say that. Are you guys always hungry? Yes. Yes. Oh, and you too. And wieners are too. He's like, I'm hungry. I said the word. I shouldn't have said the word.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That looks like my wife's old dog.
yeah.
What's that?
That looks
He's a-
like my wife's old dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is a wired-haired wiener. And his hair is shaved.
So there's going to be two parts to your package. Your wife gets the cup. You get the shirt.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, because
That's fine.
it's Christmas present. So
Nice.
I don't even have my own cup yet, and so she's got the first cup.
Nice.
But I do have E3 Farmstead.
Yes, you do. Hey, hey, hey.
Uh-oh.
Girl came to the door.
Well, just so you're aware, after the first of the year, I'm going to need your address because there's going to be some stuff coming to you.
No.
Oh, yes.
Right. Don't do that no more.
You get Christmas all squared away, and then
That's why I said after the first of the year.
Yeah.
And don't worry, I didn't really spend any money on it. I made it. So
awesome. That's
Nice.
even better.
Oh,
I'm a huge proponent of handmade stuff.
Or
Yeah.
It
I don't remember what it was.
you know.
But anyway, he didn't think it had actually sprinkled.
Oh my!
And then he found
Speaking
all
of handmade stuff and whatever, we sent 3 little piggies to market there Wednesday night.
Oh,
I didn't take any video of it. It just
yeah.
I figure it, but I am gonna video Sunday. We're going to professionally have them butchered.
Nice.
So I will tape for educational purposes the professional way of cutting. Like we're actually, so Rob works part-time at a butcher here,
Nice.
and the guy that used to run that butcher shop is the guy that dispatched the pigs for us.
Nice.
And we're just not set up to actually do the scalding, so we skin them.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get over, like, you see a lot of these pigs that are on YouTube that people are oh, you want to see the bacon that's going to come off these, Kareen. Like, no word of a lie, the slab of bacon's about 3 feet long.
What kind of
The pigs are so long Oh, yeah. Like, well, they're the 3 pigs that are in my videos.
Yeah. Okay.
And, oh, like, they're just, they're, but the fat, there's no inner fat. Outside was about half an inch of fat over the whole thing.
Mm.
Like, this is all meat. And I said to the guy that did the dispatching, I'm like, how come whenever I'm watching on YouTube, you see like they've got all this leaf lard in the middle and they've got like almost 2 inches of fat. He's like, they're force feeding the pigs.
Mm.
And he said what they're doing is actually the pigs cannot grow the meat as fast as the fat.
Mm.
So that's why you're getting so much fat. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was because of the weather, because I was like, hey, I've seen pigs in Texas and Oklahoma, which are a heck of a lot warmer than here, with 2 inches of fat on them.
Right.
And then these ones here that are in the snow have like half an inch of fat at the very most. I just couldn't wrap my head around the whole, well, why is that?
Mhm.
But yeah, I didn't realize that if you feed a pig, if you give them endless amounts, they'll just keep eating,
Yeah.
but it turns into fat, it doesn't turn into meat. And I'm like, well, thanks. So yeah, we have 3 different pigs. He said you can either do 3 videos and I'll cut it 3 different ways, or you can just take snippets of each one and make one video. So I don't know. I was gonna go live and do it, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
especially on Sunday morning.
Right.
Do people really want to watch a pig being cut up just after or before church?
Mhm.
Probably not.
It would be cool to see it cut up 3 different ways.
I know that's what.
Well, it's
And
that's
have
what
it-
I'm thinking is we may cut them up 3 different ways. I'll do 3 different videos. I just have to be really careful because I don't know if the owner of the butcher shop would get in trouble having his name out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I've got to make sure that we can't see his name. So that's going to be my biggest thing is, yeah.
Yeah.
What did Chris say? We did not have enough meat to fat ratio in our pig for bacon. Oh, no. So I didn't realize it, but there's such a thing. I knew there was jowl meat,
Mhm.
but it's actual bacon.
Jowl bacon. Yeah.
I had no idea. But we tried. Well, by the time we were done on Wednesday, we were exhausted.
Right.
And there was, it took us, we started at 4 and I think I texted Chris at 6:15 that we were done.
Right.
And that was three pigs skinned or dispatched, skinned,
Mhm.
and gutted, the whole thing, laying, and the meat should be ready to go Sunday.
Nice.
It should have sat enough that it will start not decomposing, but starting to tenderize
Mhm.
by Sunday. And I know there's people that don't like it, but you know, Rob's granddaughter, who that's where they live, their house is right on the farm. She's been taught right from a small baby that there's some things on the farm that are friends.
Mhm.
the pigs and the cows and whatever are what feed us so that we can live. And she sat there, she's 7,
Mm-hmm.
and watched the entire process.
Yep.
And it's just, I wish more kids could get to see that.
I agree with you 100%.
And, to actually learn that their meat doesn't come from the back room of the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And we got into the huge discussion. There was another gentleman there. I didn't know who he was. And he's like, oh, I just can't afford fresh pork. And we're like, you know what, though? The only reason that these big manufacturers can afford 99-cent pork is because of the government's giving them
Mm-hmm.
breaks. So, yes, fresh meat, pork, or cow, whatever you want. It's going to cost a little bit more, but it's actually got taste. It's not just a tasteless piece of meat.
Right.
But like, we have such a hard time up here selling it for $4.50 a pound.
Mm-hmm.
And that even includes bacon. We, if you get a side, you get a whole side of bacon.
Wow.
We don't hold back anything.
Mm-hmm.
And nope, they'd rather pay 99 cents at the grocery store
Right.
than have fresh. And $4.50. So up here we pay $140 to $150 per piglet.
Right.
So you average out, it's about $1 a pound
Mm-hmm.
for the animal.
Right.
$2 go to feeding it. You've got over $1 plus to butcher.
You're not
Tell me how
making-
much money the farmer's actually making.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
I got to pop down. My battery on this tablet or laptop's about to die.
I was going to say, you're getting a little bit fuzzy. All right,
Just a
brother.
little less.
I'll be in the chat.
All right. We'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
But it's just,
Or big.
there's so many tax breaks going to these big conglomerates that
Yeah.
are forcing out the small farms.
Yeah. It's here in America too. It's the same thing.
Like,
And
we're getting beef from Mexico.
yeah.
Like,
It's crazy.
no, like, I
It
can
doesn't have
pretty
the
much
same
guarantee.
standard.
Well, that's it. They
Mhm.
don't even have the same feed to feed them,
Mm-hmm.
And I guess my whole thing is it's just a total different process than, like the way that we do the cow, or the way Rob and them do the cows is,
Mhm.
everyone that's bred is an eater.
Right.
So, the only reason they do that is because it's sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
And the Angus gives it the growth, the faster growth, and the Highland gives it the taste.
Okay.
So, like right now, while I was over playing with Penelope Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and she is now just a little bit bigger than her mom.
Wow.
So I'm probably going to end up, she will go to freezer camp next year at this time.
Okay.
I will end up with roughly 450 to 500 pounds of meat.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for 18
Yeah.
months.
That is pretty good.
for a small cow,
Right.
like a Highland,
Mm-hmm.
because at the most we could get maybe 350, 400 off her mom.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, see, our butchers aren't, I just don't get it, Chris. Our butchers are not booked up here. I can get a processing date next week.
Yeah, we have a problem here for sure.
And I just don't, I don't get it. Like, it's the same amount of one thing that we're finding the same as you guys is there's a turkey shortage.
Yeah.
So it's the first time that we've ever had to buy 2 turkeys.
Mm.
I had to buy, well, and we've got 7 or 8 that are going to be here for Christmas dinner. And the biggest turkey I could find was 14 pounds.
Wow. That's not very
That's
big.
the biggest one I could find.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is Christmas Eve, I'm going to just cook one
Mm-hmm.
without the stuffing or whatever. Well, I may put some stuffing in it just to give it the inner taste.
Mm-hmm.
Cook it, and then I'll just have it all pre-sliced on a platter.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do the one Christmas Day because, well, I know my son and Mackenzie's boyfriend, and they'll pretty much look after the small one on their own.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've like usually we have no problems whatsoever getting a 20 to 25 pound bird.
Right.
One grocery store doesn't even have any.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the other one is they were selling, what was it? 4 to 9 kilos. No, sorry, 4 to 6 kilos. And I was fortunate enough, I found one that was 7 kilos, which is you double it.
Right.
And it's roughly about 15 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
We had
I don't know
birds at the
why.
store, but they
You know-
came really late, and they were bigger, but they were really late. But I didn't have to buy any because I raised my own.
Yeah.
And they were plenty big, so 25 to I raised a 20, a 25, and a 15 pounder. And then before that, I had a 35-pound bird. That was way too big.
So I'm probably, the reason why I didn't, Rob wanted me to take one,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that he was pretty close and he likes to keep a couple throughout the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he gifts them
Mm-hmm.
to folks that are down on their luck.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to take one of those turkeys away from those folks.
Right.
So next year, I'll probably do 3 turkeys myself and just put them in with his.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we'll dispatch them out and they will be 25 to 30 pounds.
Yeah.
So, I just, like Debbie and I were talking on the way into the city today. How can there be a bird shortage? It's not like, there's not like we had a million extra people show up on the planet.
Right.
Like, why? I could see maybe the first year the Hokey Pokey showed up and all those birds had to be, dispatched and just thrown away because they couldn't process them.
Right. Well, it
My
makes you
whole
wonder-
thing is, I just, why all of a sudden are we running into these meat shortages? It doesn't make sense other than, let's raise the prices now that we have meat shortages.
Mhm.
Is it
Yeah.
true? don't know. But it's kind of weird how we've never had a shortage before in anything.
Mhm.
You guys can't, like Chris said, he's got to wait 2 years to get a processing date. We don't have any issues up here. You guys can't get lumber. Well, our mills are working 4 days a week because they're full.
Mhm.
But one of the other guys that I know in upstate New York thought that he was going to beat the system. He ordered a tractor trailer load and he was just going to sell them to a whole bunch of contractors down there until he found out how much Uncle Joe wanted to charge him to bring it across the border.
Yeah.
The tariff that Uncle Joe has on lumber right now is crazy. Lumber and steel.
Wow.
Like that used to be cross border both sides, used to be free flowing both sides.
Right.
Not anymore.
Yeah, which doesn't make
So
sense.
you guys are choked out. You can't build anything because the price is way, way too high.
Mhm.
And our mills are sitting up here going, we're full. And they're
Right.
working 3 days a week.
Mm.
Or no, sorry, 4 days a week. And they'll probably end up shutting down for a month or two in the new year.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
Well, he hasn't done, our buddy Joe hasn't done anything to help anything go smoothly. So,
Yeah, and like Chris said, there's more people that are raising their own beef versus going to the store since the prices went up. So that does make sense. Hey, Jason. We're trying to solve the world's problems today, brother.
yep.
Not getting too far, but
Yep.
I
Well,
just don't,
It would
know.
help to know if the facts that are being quoted are really the facts, and then you could work with them, but because you don't know what is fact or fiction anymore, it's hard
Well,
to know.
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we actually looked. A friend of a friend has got some people with a lot of money that are looking to fund businesses.
Mm.
So we're like, well, if processing plants are so busy,
Right.
maybe it's something to look at. And honestly, like you said, within a week you can get, well, I shouldn't say, within a month you can get a processing date.
Which is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was probably like that before all this stuff happened.
Now, the only thing you can't get a processing date here is for poultry.
Mm.
We only have one processing plant about an hour from us, and that does the whole section of our province.
Mm.
So, yes, if you were to put in a poultry processing plant, you'd make a bloody fortune.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the only way that you can get poultry graded is through processing. And the one place that's in question is nobody ever knows if they're getting their turkey or chicken back, or
Right.
they're getting somebody else's. There's no traceability.
Mm.
And I'm like, well, that doesn't sit right with me. If I'm
Right.
gonna, like I said to Rob, they take so much extra care of their animals,
Right.
and they feed them nothing but the best. They grow them a certain way. To have one that just walks around the barnyard foraging, you know, don't agree with that. You
Right.
may end up with somebody else's chicken that was, kicked around the barnyard, or
Yep.
you just don't
Exactly.
know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we we don't we're in the city right now, not for long.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done turkeys and chickens here, and I mean, they get raised so much better than they would if they were processed at raised and processed at the store,
Yeah.
And so they were loved on. They were, free ranged. They were, they could eat grass. They could, eat bugs
Yeah.
and much more healthier meat. And so, yeah, I mean, that's why you do it. So not
Like
because it's
I
cheaper.
said, how easy would it be for them to manufacture little numbered, like little tin things that
Hmm.
you wrap around their leg with a metal clamp?
Yeah.
It's not going to go anywhere whenever you know like I just don't get it.
Right.
Or this group belongs to this number,
Yep.
like segregate it that way. But there's so many people now that are processing like we do, all by ourselves.
Hmm.
You can't sell it as human consumption food.
Hmm.
You have to sell it as dog food.
Hmm.
But it's not like nothing's advertised.
Right.
It only goes to friends. They know how everything's raised, and
Hmm.
yes, no,
He's like, somebody said dog food.
exactly. She's sitting right here.
Yeah.
No, go lay
Sweet.
down. You're fine. Okay, get away from the tree. You're gonna knock it over. Go. Vamos. Go have another nap.
The life.
Not even, it's like 3:45. You're fine. Now she went and laid down in her bed, and I got the
Yeah.
but yeah, like that's the biggest thing is, um I just I don't understand how there's no accountability or traceability, like, and they don't have to, because they're so busy
Right.
that if you want to sell your poultry to the public, it has to go through that processing plant. They got you.
Hmm. Yeah.
And we don't even know if we can get a license if we were to get, start a plant. So it's something he's going to look into.
Yeah. There's so much paperwork on all that stuff, and then you don't know if you'll get it. And
Well, that's it. So, yeah. No, she doesn't need to eat, Kareen. She just had a treat before I went live, so she's more than she'll survive.
yeah, labs are always hungry.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But oh man. So
Yeah.
so
I- Go ahead.
you're pretty much just going to leave all your Christmas stuff up and then pack it quickly, throw it into a container, and move
And
right
go.
after Christmas.
Mhm.
So when do you get your house? January 1st?
January 14th.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. And
Nice little shack.
yeah, well, we were in a, that's the problem is we were trying to get something a lot cheaper, a lot smaller, but that was the only thing that we could find that would take our dogs. We don't have jobs there yet, so that was another issue, with renting a place. Even though we have money from selling our house,
Yeah.
anyways. And so that was an issue, but that was the only one that would approve us. So poor us, I got to live in that shack.
I couldn't get over the. I just could not get over the size of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and what like that there would be a $500,000 house here.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's the size of our house here. And it's here it's $500,000. Or yeah, pretty much. Too. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we didn't want to buy, and we didn't want to, there was a few reasons why we didn't want to live with my brother-in-law, who generously offered for us to live there. There's 5 of us, or 4 of us, 2 dogs, and their house is a good size, but not that big. But doing YouTube and all of that stuff that comes with that, you're like, that's not really going to work. Doing lives and doing,
Yeah. Oh, I
So-
get it. I just, there's only and let's face it. We have a way of life.
Mhm.
Like, we have a certain way that, you like to set up your kitchen a certain way.
Right.
Well, they probably are different because let's face it,
They are
everybody
very
tends
different.
to be a bit different.
They're very
And
different.
some people are OCD. Some people, whatever.
My husband
Yep.
more than me, but yeah, and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law are not. And so they live a very different. We're a lot more organized, and organized is a loose subject over there. So it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah. And
And
Chris said he hopes that you get your mail by then, by the time
yeah,
you move.
I hope so too. We're moving on the 7th. Is the earliest, and the 10th is the latest. So I hope so too.
Are you doing the forwarding of your mail?
Yeah, we'll do that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Because they're, especially with this YouTube community, God only knows when you get something sent to you.
yeah. So yeah, I was unaware of how much mail I was going to get around Christmas, and I'm like, oh man, I got a lot of catching up to do.
Well,
On top of
that's
everything.
it.
So.
My last 2 months has been absolutely a whirlwind around here.
Mm-hmm.
And like it just keeps coming and coming and coming. And I'm like, man, I still haven't got my stickers out yet.
Yeah. I haven't got any stickers, and we just hit 500. I don't know if we're going to stay there. We're kind of dropping a little bit. We were at like 505, and I'm like, come on, we need more subs. So we can get over that hump, so we can get that, stuff. The community board and stuff, and,
Hey,
So-
Chris, put Laura's channel up in case somebody's not subscribed. Make sure she stays above 500.
Yeah.
And those of you watching on the replay, click.
Yes, please. Click and watch and make sure it sticks.
Oh, there we go. Thanks, Margie. So if you're not subscribed to Laura and
Yeah, and
Chris,
you want to see somebody struggle to make a homestead on raw land.
oh man, I'm looking forward. You guys are you gotta. But you know what? I'm so glad that you picked to do that type of house.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of money you will save, both in heating and cooling,
Yeah.
with doing the ICF is so. Whenever it first came out, oh
Yeah.
God, I would have been 15.
Mm-hmm.
Dad was offered the Canadian rights
Oh, wow.
to ICF.
Wow.
So I know, I know all the ins and outs and
Mm-hmm.
the R values and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I'm like, I just don't know why people don't spend a little extra
Because you're going to save
to
in the long run.
absolutely. So there's a
And we're
police
going to do off
officer that
grid
built.
too. We're going to do solar, hopefully. We're going to do solar, and it will save on the amount of solar we have to use.
Yeah.
So, in a huge way.
So the cop that built it across the way in this new subdivision, he not only did his basement, he did the first level as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he like he turns on his heat very infrequently.
Mm.
Doesn't have to leave his heat run
Yeah.
because he's got the 2 inches insulation, the 6 inches of concrete, and then the 2
Mhm.
inches of insulation.
Mm-hmm.
I forget, what is it, like R36, I think, or R24, or
My husband
I
would know
forget
all
what
that.
But
yeah, it's amazing, and I mean we won't. The weather's a lot like here, except for in the summer it gets really muggy and hot, so we'll
Yeah.
save a lot on cooling costs. So
that's it.
yeah.
You get, I don't know. Are you doing your first level as well? Or are you just doing the
Actually,
basement?
we're not doing a basement. We don't need to do a basement because they don't get a freeze like Canada.
Okay, so it's going to be all on pad then.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And so it's and so we're just going to do a big single level home so that when we get older we can still live there. So,
Yeah.
and we're going to have my mother-in-law, and she doesn't do stairs already, so yeah.
So are you going to put a granny suite in, or just
Yeah,
an extra bedroom?
a granny suite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and let's face it, if medium child, wants to move in, or if he goes away, you have an income. If you do a
Yeah.
granny suite, you can always rent that out after too.
Yeah.
So, there's potential there to become an income property as well.
Right.
Not that, you want somebody living right on top of you, but the
Yeah.
right person, you just never know.
Or we could just sell some of our land.
Well, yeah, there's that too, but
Yeah. Yeah. If we don't want to do that. Yeah, I mean, and I could always take in a resident too if I wanted to do home health care.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh no, it's, I'm looking so forward to watching the build. And I know whenever he built that house over there, it's just it's amazing to see how he, yes, he did do the basement, the first level,
Mm-hmm.
and he put, is it triple argon windows in.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Again, he spent a little bit more, not really a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I think he said it was about 4,000 more than like double pane. Triple pane argon, high argon windows were $4,000 more. He figured within 7 years that would pay for itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well, you're
he
barely
did the
turning on
spray
the heat.
foam
Yeah.
and he did the metal roof.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and he did stucco on the outside.
Right.
Like you said,
Wow.
he's got something now that he doesn't have to worry about anything
Mm-hmm.
for 50 years.
Maybe just a little paint.
You know,
Yeah.
so like you said, it, you know, even the paint should not, because it's all coloring in the mortar now. It's not painted.
Okay.
So, you know, and they do
Whoops.
well, they do. Oh, there we go. I'm back. What the heck is it? It was something to do with like the sun doesn't fade the new coloring that they have. There's something.
That's
He
interesting.
he was bragging about it all here one day, and it's like, wow, you know. But yeah, and then he just spray foamed into his attic as well, and
So we're trying to decide if we're going to do. You can do the roof too, with
yeah.
And so we're deciding if we're going to do that, just because of the tornadoes and stuff that roll through that area. We are in a hilly area, so we shouldn't get a tornado, but who knows?
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's something that, you know,
sorry.
it might cost you, you know, even $10,000 more right off the get go to make sure that it's well tied in so that a tornado won't rip the roof off.
Right.
There's different ways of doing it. And I know there was one building I was a part of here in Ottawa. It was on Lita clay, and they had to do I forget the process that they called, but it was tied in 6 different ways. So in case of a earthquake, so something that you'd see on your West Coast, it was right on Lita clay, which is like kind of like quicksand. So they tied it in 6 different ways. Within 10 feet, there was 6 different points that were into the ground. And they were saying that there's something in roofs now that they do that's tied actually into the walls. So you pretty much have to rip your whole house up. And it costs a little bit more money. But if you're in, you know, Tornado Valley, maybe 10 grand is really cheap. Than, you know, to be searching for your house somewhere.
Right. That got picked up and moved. I saw a couple of those in the videos that, you know, where these chasers and you see this house, just this whole house being lifted up, and I'm just like, that's a big house.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, just absolutely crazy.
And Corrine, all your houses in Jamaica are all concrete, are they not? Or a lot of your houses are like concrete walls to make it cheaper on cooling? I thought I had read that somewhere. Molly, come here. went and woke up Debbie.
Oh no. Sorry, Debbie.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't notice. She said she was going to put dinner on, so she must be gone already. But I thought that I read somewhere that they did that in Jamaica, just due to the violent storms and whatever else, that
Yeah,
all their walls are concrete,
right.
which should pretty much be the same as what you guys are
Doing, yep.
for the tornadoes. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's crazy.
I like one of the things that we like, and we've been tossing it back and forth for a while to do the ICF. Because there's you can do so much of it yourself because those forms just click together.
Mhm.
And then, the rods, you put the rods down in, and there you go.
They are like stupid simple.
hmm The hardest part about it is making sure it stays straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And love.
again, they're like Legos.
hmm
If your pad is perfect, you won't have any issues.
Right.
Your biggest thing is squaring your pad and making sure your pad is right level. And if that happens, you should not have any issues. Some guys put some ties in to pull it back, but not a whole lot, because once you lock that in place, it ain't going nowhere.
Right.
And I know what he did is he doubled up on his rebar that was into the concrete,
hmm
and he hooked it. That's not separating. Some people put a V in. He actually had the rebar and put a hook. So there's just no way that it's
Right.
going to move
Right.
whatsoever. And Margie, you say 4,000 is too rich for me. Well, whenever you're building a house, though, and you can save $4,000 and pay it off in 7 years, that's really a smart investment.
Yeah.
It, that's like I agree. It costs a little bit more money to do ICF,
Right.
but I
It's not
I
going to
really wish that Dad would have taken that contract whenever he was offered it, because
be. Yeah.
but back then, really, ICF hasn't been a big deal in Canada. I'm going to say probably 10, 15 years.
hmm
So, it would have been 15 years before that. And, it looked like an amazing thing, but back then it was so much extra money. Block
Yeah.
was so much cheaper that people just didn't even, it wasn't a consideration.
Right.
So, but now that the price of everything is so high, that it's really not a whole lot more to do ICF. You will find out, though, you will need a Wi-Fi booster, because the outside of your home is pretty much all concrete now.
Yeah.
So even with um,
Good Wi-Fi.
the Wi-Fi and whatever, it's getting into your house. Your cell is you're not gonna have really strong cell service inside the house.
Which is kind of okay. Then I don't got the government looking at me all the time.
As long as you have Wi-Fi and it's half decent,
Yeah.
really you don't want cell service inside the house anyways. You don't want you to use your data.
Yeah.
So, you know, and absolutely, Margie. It's not cheap to build a house.
Hi, Nisi. No, it's not.
Hey, Nisi, I
Yeah.
saw that you just dropped me a message. I'll read it there after I'm off.
And we're trying to cash roll it, so it's not gonna be easy. So
Yeah, it's and yeah, I get what All right, Jason, take care, buddy. I see what Margie's saying. Like $4,000 extra just for windows. Yeah, you're darn tootin', but whenever you look, like a double door for the front of your house is about, I think whenever we replaced ours, and it's nothing elaborate, I think it was $3,000, and that's just for a door.
mhm. Yeah,
Like it's crazy.
expensive now. I can remember, replacing a door in a house that I owned 15 years ago, and it was $400. And now you can't get that same door for. It's just crazy. That was
No.
only 15 years ago.
Yeah. Really, nothing's changed other than wages has went up a little bit, and I just don't get it. Like, where I guess
Yeah.
I just heard a report today that the average home by 2030 in Canada will be $800,000.
Wow.
Like,
People can't afford it anymore.
well, that's it. Like, our kids will never afford to own a home.
Yeah.
It'll be like they will be taking over from us. It's if you're not rich, you're never going to own a home,
Mm-hmm.
and that's crazy.
It is crazy.
Like even fixer up houses here that you could have bought 5 years ago for 140,000.
Right.
You're looking now, there's still 300,000 for a fixer upper home that's ready to fall over.
When Chris was looking at how much that house cost that we're renting, it sold in January for $280. $280, and now it's probably worth double.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So
I just it
need to go.
actually, Margie, that's well, unfortunate. A lot of people aren't taking it there anymore because people aren't doing the renovations
Right.
that they used to.
Right, because they can't afford to.
That's right. Like a two-car garage now that should cost $15,000 at the most $20,000. You're looking $60,000-$70,000 now, which is just absolutely crazy. I just don't understand how people expect one another to survive.
Right.
Especially young kids. Like, the price of rent is crazy. Like a 1-bedroom apartment now, you're looking anywhere from $1,000 to $1,800 here.
Right. Oop.
And that's just a basic 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
Like, to put loved ones in old age homes. It's getting to the point where people can't afford to do that either.
Right.
You know, like just a run of a mill old age home, you're looking at $3,000, $4,000, $5,000.
Well, and that's why my mother-in-law is coming to live with us so that we can take care of her,
Yeah.
you know, as she ages. And I have the medical skill to do that, you know, to deal with the special stuff with that.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I am popping up on 3 hours here, and I should go. I've got, like I said, half our dining room tables full of Christmas goodies that aren't goodies yet. They're just Christmas ingredients.
Oh,
So usually I do a toffee with a marshmallow. You heat up the toffee and then you roll your marshmallow in toffee and then in Rice Krispie squares.
oh wow.
You used to get them in like bars, Macintosh toffee bars.
Mhm.
Well, unfortunately, now you can't buy the bars. You have to buy them as these little things.
Yeah.
So I've got 6 bags of these to try to unwrap now.
Oh, I miss Macintosh toffee.
So
Ugh.
needless to say, I'm going to be picking up a bowl and unwrapping a whole bunch of those to do my baking tonight. But it's crazy. I really wish they would have saved the bars so that.
I miss a lot of the Canadian treats like Coffee Crisp and Smarties. You know, all that stuff growing up. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you can order them online, but boy, they're expensive. They're like $4 a bar, you know?
Well, you can't even. I looked. I was going to pay the extra to get the bars online,
Mm-hmm.
out of stock, and they've
Huh.
been out of stock like at National Grocers and whatever up here that feed like grocery stores and whatever else. They haven't had them in 3 months. So yeah, there's a shortage in candy.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get it, but anyways, I should go and
Nothing to
yeah.
see here. There's
Yeah.
no shortages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you go.
All right. Have a good
All
week.
right.
We'll
You
talk to you
too.
later. Bye,
Bye.
Laura. All right, guys. Well, not bad. Skipped a day. Almost spent 3 hours on here today, but it was a good day. I kind of figured it was going to be a nice slow day. This close to Christmas, people are either baking, they're out finishing their last minute Christmas shopping. Yeah, one of these days I'll start. I still have a whole other week. But anyways, everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. And you never know. I may go live sometime over the weekend. We'll wait and see what transpires. And we hopefully I'll be able to get some really cool video of teaching how to butcher a hog on Sunday. And you never know. It could just be the one video that goes viral for me. But anyways, you guys have a great weekend and be kind.